My name is Andrea Henricks. I'm the Cabot House representative to the senior class committee. Today, I'm truly excited to introduce a fellow Cabosian, Blythe Roberson, as our 2013 female Ivy Orator. Before learning I was writing this speech, I had not met Blythe and was a little bit nervous about reaching out to her. But when she responded to my email saying, "Hey girl, hey," I knew I liked her. Blythe is originally from Antioch, Illinois. While at Harvard, she studied English and was the executive producer for the college's student-run comedy news show On Harvard Time. She also co-founded the now well-established and respected improv group, three-letter acronym. Blythe graduated a semester early and is currently living in Chicago and working as a contributing writer for the Onion's touring sketch show, Onion Live. She would like to express a special thanks to all of her family and friends who are here today. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our female Ivy Orator, Blythe Roberson.
Thanks, girl. Good afternoon, class of 2013, and happy class day. Before I start, I know what you guys are thinking. Who is this girl? Most of you guys have never seen me before or heard of me in your entire life. It's like she doesn't even go here. And honestly, I don't go here. Like Andrea said, I spent the last semester living in Chicago. But before that, I still didn't go here. I've never been a Harvard student. I just wanted to give the class day speech. So thanks, senior class committee. I gotta say, the past 4 years have been so different from what I imagined when I first started at Harvard. Back then, I thought I would forge deep relationships with all my professors. But instead, I took Matthew Kaiser to the freshman year faculty dinner and I told him way too much personal information. Back when I was a freshman, I thought I would spend a lot of time in the stacks of Widener. But I learned that the only people who spend time at Widener are murderers and people trying to have sex in the Judaica section. Back when I was 18, I thought I would run into Drew, Gilp, and Faust on the street at least one time, but that has not happened. Drew, where are you? Is she here today on the stage? No, she's not. Maybe she's in the audience somewhere. Nothing, I don't see her. It's not just Harvard that is different from what I imagined when I started. It's also the person I became while at Harvard. As a freshman, I couldn't wait to be a poli-sci major, until I found out that I couldn't be a poli-sci major because it was called a Gov concentrator. And then I found out I couldn't be a Gov concentrator because I only wanted to write think pieces about the Twilight novels. So I switched to English. Maybe some of you guys started out in a concentration and switched to something that you didn't expect. Maybe you started out a math concentrator, but you wanted to do something more useful. So you switched to folklore mythology. Ha ha, take that, math. Nobody adds in the real world. Maybe you thought you would study chemistry, but you switched to computer science after you took CS50 or you saw The Social Network. Maybe you thought you would study classics, but you discovered a passion for sitting in a bathtub full of $20 bills while pouring gold coins and gemstones on your head and doing practice consulting case interviews. So you switched to economics. And you probably felt bad about straying from the path that you had set for yourself, because I think we all have this idea that there's one correct path through life that we have to figure out and then follow. But that is arbitrary, and it's confining, and it's wrong. I refuse society's plan that I graduate, find a company where I'll work for the rest of my life, find a husband, have a bunch of little babies, and then die. Unless the husband in that scenario is the lead singer of Vampire Weekend. In which case, yes, society, yes, I will do my part to repopulate your ranks. But in general, I don't think that life is like a choose-your-own-adventure novel where one choice inevitably leads to like you getting attacked by little tiny alien monsters, or worse, losing your soul and going to Harvard Business School. Congrats, Dom. Make the weirdest choices you want, and the adventures are going to lead to you being 40 years old and okay. Just think about it. All of the best Harvard alumni have rejected the path that society set for them. The poet Wallace Stevens had to spend most of his life working as an insurance agent, and yet Helen Vendler talks about him like literally all the time. Yo-Yo Ma decided to play cello professionally, which if you think about it is a horrible decision. And yet he's famous, successful, and has seen Drew Faust in person. He's living the dream. Bill Gates didn't graduate from Harvard, and he instead invented a world-changing computer that 90% of Harvard students don't use. Harvard's Matt Damon didn't graduate, and he is physically attractive. And Harvard student Abraham Lincoln didn't graduate because he didn't even go to Harvard. And he just won the Oscar for Best Actor. Guys, that could be you one day. So don't listen to society's plan for you, class of 2013. Society is dumb. They are responsible for the success of the Twilight novels. And don't listen to your 18-year-old self's plan for your life either. That person wasted so much time actually doing all of the reading for class. What a naive fool. And now that you're graduating, don't try to construct a narrative for the next 60 years of your life when you've only been alive for 22, and your brain has only been fully developed for -3. There's a quote that I love. Writing a novel is like driving a car at night. You can only see as far as your headlights, but you can make the whole trip that way. I think the same goes for life. I personally have never written a novel, but I have driven a car at night, and I have never hit a person, except twice. So, as Charles Darwin famously said, evolution. As Sigmund Freud said, dreams. As Walt Whitman said, YOLO. And as I'm saying right now, look back on the past 4 years and be proud of how much you've changed. And look forward at the rest of your life, ready to make whatever weird, scary choices make you happy. One day, class of 2013, you're all gonna have an Oscar for Best Actor. You're a star, congratulations.